Hello, everyone. Well, I see a couple familiar faces out there. Bodies, faces, yes. A couple of you have been to our studio, right there, and Katie over here, of course. They know what it's all about, so let me tell you what we're about. We're not a gym. When you hear Ryder Fitness, right away people think we're a gym. Gym is a gym. Well, up here it's kind of a newer concept. We're what's called a personal training studio. And you don't see those up here because we're one of a kind, obviously up here in the mountains. But if you go down to the valley, you'll see them on every other street corner down there. So they're called boutique fitness studios. They're called, I don't like to use that word boutique. I think it kind of alienates the guys somewhat. So we don't use boutique, but they also go by fitness training studios, fitness studio, 100 other different names. And the concept, though, is basically the same. What it is a one-on-one appointment, almost like you're seeing a doctor. And let me ask everybody, when you go to the doctor, you're sitting in the waiting room, right?
Forever.
They call you back for forever, which you don't do at our place, of course. Because your time is your time. When you come in, it's just you and the professional trainer. Unlike what you find at some of these big box gyms, they're bottom line trainers. You know, they're just basically certified. Maybe fresh out of high school and just got their certification. And you're taking your health and your fitness and your life basically in their hands. Unlike what you're going to find at our studio, we're master level trainers. We're certified in senior fitness, corrective exercise, exercise therapy, and a number of other specific specialized areas. So when you come in for an hour session, take your temperature. A program is designed specifically for your needs alone. So when you come in, it's not like you're in a classroom full of 30 people, you're all bouncing around together in a silver sneakers class or a CrossFit situation or something like that, where you're standing next to a person who's maybe an expert at it, and you're trying to keep up to that person. And before you know it, you're hurting a knee, a hip, or something like that. Here, unlike one of those situations, we come up with a program just for what you need to make you better and stronger and more functional. So you come in, you're with Cassie or myself, and we design a program just for your needs. Your first session is absolutely free. And during that session, we find out where you're at ability-wise and what your needs are. You're gonna fill out a form, just thick form, just like you would in a doctor's office. We're gonna ask you what surgeries you've had, what injuries, ailments, anything like that, and that's what we work from. After that, we know where not to, certain things not to do for you and things that we want to do for you. So that's what we're all about. Unfortunately, right now, we're totally booked because I think we're taking a waiting list. Cassie and I are both totally booked right now. It's very hard to find professional level trainers like Cassie and myself up here in the mountains. Down in the valley, it's a lot easier because we're a lot more crowded down there. You have them a dime a dozen. Not to our level though, still, I don't think. But up here, you can't find them too easy. So, yes, Katie's one of our biggest, she's a longtime client of mine, and she knows what it's all about. But we are taking a waiting list, and because we're so in demand right now. That's the biggest thing. People, now that COVID's going away, people know that there were still other things beyond COVID in the gym. You had MRSA, you had fungal infections, other viruses. You might be sitting on a bench that supposedly a member was supposed to wipe down, but didn't. You know, that's a hit and miss situation sometimes. You're gonna lay down right in some other guy's sweat. I don't wanna get too gross with you here, but it's true. You could be laying right in that guy's sweat and don't know it. Even if you're wiping it down yourself, of course you're using your own hands to do it, unless you have gloves on. But in our situation, we do it ourselves as trainers. In between each and every session, we sanitize everything with industrial strength cleaners. So as soon as you walk in, we have high industrial strength hand sanitizer. We take your temperature, your vitals, just like at a doctor's office. So, the question I was going to ask everybody is, when you go to the doctor, you walk in the back, the nurse takes your vitals and says, the doctor will be in a minute. Just hang in there. It could be an hour later if he finally comes in, right? But doctor will be in a minute. So when the doctor comes in, is it the entire waiting room in there with you? It's just you and the doctor, right? And you're telling the doctor, well, here's what's wrong with you, doc. You know, I need to solve this problem. He's trying to figure it out for you, writing prescriptions and all that kind of stuff. So why would you go to a crowded gym and have that whole waiting room, so to speak, in there with you, watching you walk around with a trainer, where this trainer's trying to solve the problem for you, losing weight, becoming more functional because you were injured in your hips or whatever it is. You don't have that whole waiting room watching you. So why would you do that in a crowded gym? So it's the same kind of situation. One-on-one with the doctor, one-on-one with a professional trainer. And you know, when you look at costs, how much is it going to cost you once you have to see the doctor because you haven't done anything about staying functional and fit and healthy? How much is that medication going to cost that it keeps increasing every time you go there? You know, it starts out, well, we're going to start you on 1 pill a day of this, and then next time you go in, well, it's not working, so we're going to increase it to 2 pills, or we'll go to this medication. I mean, how much does that all cost in the end? Doctor bills, as we know, are not cheap. It's cheaper, so to speak, to just avoid those problems and solve them before they happen. And that's what we do. You come in, you become more functional, more fit, and healthy, and happy. And who doesn't want that? So that's what we're all about. So I've heard every excuse in the book, right? Well, I'm so-and-so age now. I can't do that anymore. You know, a lot of people, unfortunately, they have other people telling them, well, you're 70, you're 80 now. You can't do that anymore. You know, you're supposed to be like this because you're 80 now. Well, what are we really supposed to be like? It's in our own heads, not that other person's head. They're telling you what you should be like. I have Donna right here. She's one of our clients. And she is 82 years old now. She comes twice a week. She's had relatives, friends, many people tell her, what are you doing? Are you crazy? She can tell you, and she will in here in a second. She'll tell you, she's had all these people, oh, you're 81, you're 82 now. 81 when she started with me, not too long ago. You can't do that. Well, she's proven them wrong. She is doing that. She is becoming more healthy and functional. I don't know, Donna, would you like to say a couple words?
Just think, even if you can't get into riders, because we're on the bike waiting list, you can walk, you can fast walk, you can go to the swimming, you can do Tai Chi, do something just to get started and get yourself started of being healthy. That helped me, but this has helped me even more.
Yes. It's one of our #1 fans.
Yeah.
I love the shirt. I don't know where she got it from, but anyway. Stop listening to the naysayers. And that naysayer might be in your own head.
Yeah.
Because you've been programmed to think, hey, I'm 81 now. I can't do that anymore. I just have to sit on the couch and just watch TV all day long. That's not true. Get out there, go for a walk, go Tai Chi, do things. Get out there and do it. Don't listen to the naysayers, whether it's family, your friends, whoever it is. Sometimes they're well-meaning, but they're kind of bringing you down, you know? Just get out there and prove them wrong. And this is the best.
Follow in Oregon and Washington. They haven't seen me for 3 years. And they don't know, they think I'm supposed to be really old and crunchy. I keep telling them I'm fine, and he puts pictures on to show.
Yeah.
But they're not sure they really believe it. That's
Yeah.
the body double.
I put pictures on our websites all the time to inspire others. It's if Donna at age 82 can do it, so can you. You know, so let's get out there and do it.
Yeah.
Let's fill out for our raffle. We've got a Mario Lopez CrossFit kit. Fill out the ticket and drop it in the fishbowl. We're going to call the tickets for probably tomorrow. If you'd like to get on our waiting list, we've got a clipboard right there under the TV. There's a number of people already on it, but you know, things change. We have openings, things happen, so we could get you in possibly and get you started.
Get us started.
All right. All right, everybody, have a great day.
And whether you can get in or not, hopefully you got a little excited about keeping active. And you know what, Chris, why don't you come up and tell